shouldn't have to walk through the town centre and someone just approach you randomly. Alright? No, I'm alright. Just make you be rude, don't they? Like, what? At the end of the day, they want your money.
Here are some shops which should not exist.
Stanley, it's a strange world we live in when Poundland is closing, isn't it? Look at that. Closed 3 days ago. Up by Motley's. Nothing in it already. That is nuts.
Unfortunately, this is the state of the UK high street. A lot of shops closing down here. You've got another one here. I mean, we're just walking a few steps where another shop is closing down.
Back to another episode of how the fuck is that business still trading? And is it a front for laundering money?
So first up, we've got this little beauty. It's Next. A lot of you have been saying you don't know how they're still in business. I think they're online quite a lot. But as you can see here, not a soul in the store. Absolutely dead.
In the last week alone, we have seen some well-known stores come out to say that they are in trouble and that they're going to have to close some stores across the UK and Ireland. So River Island have come out to say that they are closing 33 stores across the UK and Ireland. Then we have Deals, who are also saying that they are needing to close stores across the UK and Ireland and may have to close up to 49 stores. And today we see Claire's Accessories are in trouble and that over 2,000 jobs are at risk. Again, across the UK and Ireland. If we look back to April in Ireland, we will remember that New Look had to close their doors. Is online shopping the future, and are shops just going to close because they're not getting the same footfall as they have been getting, or what is going on? When is the last time you actually went into a shop to make a purchase?
Right, lads, you want to get your pants up there, you know, kiddo? Mad money. He's got a bottle of whiskey there and he's going to kick that over, he'll be gutted.
Yeah, innit? Let's go with that.
It is. He's talking to himself now.
What's mad, yeah? They don't realise, but you know when you're trying to bust?
Yeah.
They like the music and that, beautiful people, but it just cause fucking mayhem when you're trying to sing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Trying to get a crowd and he's like, just like...
He's absolutely...
I'm a dead, innit?
He's fucked. Proper look. Trying to set up the album.
Slowly smiled at me.
Tell you what, he's following you all around there, isn't he?
Right, you take care of yourself. I've got to go. All right, love? Yeah, I'll enjoy the rest of the day. You keep safe, all right? Stay safe.
Oh, hey, lad. No, go fucking... Sort that out, lad. Sort that out, mate. Sort that out, lad. You've just smashed. There's fucking kids walking up and down here. Pick that up. I don't care if you pick that up. No, fucking pick it up, lad. That's out of order. Look, lad, there's kids here. You've just smashed the fucking bottle. Go and pick it up, lad. Go and get a bag. Do the right thing and pick it up. Nah, get on that. That's scum, that lad. That's scummy.
I've got some blue tracksuit bottoms.
Have you? I don't want them. Look at it. What's that glass there?
Right then. Welcome back to Blighty Blighted, where we take a proper look at what's become of our once great nation. Today's topic, the absolute shambles that passes for our high streets these days. I ventured into town yesterday and blimey, what a sorry state of affairs. First thing that happens, some young lad with a clipboard practically rugby tackles me outside Boots, wanting me to sign up for some donkey sanctuary. Just a minute of your time, sir, they say. A minute? I gave them a piece of my mind instead. Then you've got these so-called pound shops, every 50 yards. Half of them selling absolute tat that falls apart before you get it home. dodgy phone cases, knock-off batteries that'll probably burn your house down. And don't get me started on those American candy shops. Never seen a customer in one, have you? Makes you wonder what they're really up to. What a load of foreign muck.
Can I stop you there? It's just 2 minutes of your time. Please, can I have 2 minutes of your time? No, please, please, please. Yeah? So I've got this charity here, right? Just please, can you donate anything that you can? For a really important organisation, Big Bunda Society. Yeah, the girls are struggling. Big backs. Yeah, it's just a little bit. Do you have anything to donate? No? No? Anything at all? No? No, 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 no! No!
Would you believe that this abandoned shopping centre that I came across in Newcastle, well, it's not abandoned. You can go in there, you can just walk around. The only problem is, all the units are completely shut down. It is so strange walking through there. It's absolutely massive, and everything is just completely empty. There was no one in there at all. It was just me walking around. I felt like I was in a zombie movie. So I've been doing this series at the moment called The Death of the High Street, where I've been travelling all around the United Kingdom, looking at the state of retail and seeing how fast it's changing. Now, in this place, there was this place that was still operating, a beauty salon, and you just can't believe that that's still there, that that's still getting the footfall amongst all this stuff that is just completely empty. And it just made it feel even more strange that there was this tiny little bit of life still in this shopping centre. So bizarre. There was all this coffee machine equipment and little food bit down here where it just looks like no one has been for absolutely ages. Yeah, Eldon Gardens in Newcastle, if you want to go have a walk round, it's so weird.
Warhammer. Who still plays with this game? It's not even open that often. There's a beauty, shoe zone. People are saying that is busy. H. Samuel, that's one we forgot about, didn't we? Who gets anything from there? Dead, not a customer. Here we go, here's a beauty. W.H. Smith's, how's this still going? I'm going to walk through this in a second. I've gone through the entire store here, not a single customer. Look at this, dead. Overpriced pens, jotters. If Wilco's has gone out of business, how the fuck is W.H. Smith still in business? Crazy. Not a soul. Claire's Accessories, a few people in there today. But again, it's overpriced bullshit. People getting their ears pierced. Here's one that you mentioned, The Works. How's that still going? That's had a sale on for the last 10 years, surely.
Now, I know we spoke about Superdry in one of the videos I posted a couple of days ago, but have you got any more ideas of any shops that you think, really, are they doing any business at all? That was just a few, just in my local town. They're all still there, been going for years.
Hiya, well, this is not writing related. It's shopping related. My second passion is crafting, okay, and parties. I love preparing for a fabulous party, and I'm hosting Halloween this year. So I want to go all out, okay? I've made a load of stuff myself, but I wanted to go and buy some stuff as well. And, well, what the hell is going on with shops these days? What is going on? I'm in North Wales, and my closest shops is Llandudno, which is probably about a 30-mile round trip. And the shops that we've got available to go in is Home Bargains, B&M Bargains, The Range. If you want anything that is remotely cheap enough and Halloweeny enough, right? Okay, so they're the only really 3 big shops that we've got here. And I went in yesterday. I went in The Range first, because The Range used to be my go-to place for my craft supplies. Well, what the flipping heck has happened? It is dreadful. Halloween stuff. They had 2 short aisles of shitty Halloween stuff. Not even good quality, not even good stuff. Not even good stuff. And it was crappy. And then, the next aisle down, they were putting out the bloody Christmas stuff. We're in August. We've got like 2 months before Halloween, let alone Christmas. Now my point is that this is what is wrong with the high street. Shops are too eager to reach to the future instead of embracing what is happening at the time. So the seasons, Easter, they should have shitloads of Easter stuff out without going on to something else, and Halloween stuff. That shop should be filled with Halloween stuff, costumes, crafting stuff, household stuff. Nothing they had. They had a few real cheap, nasty stuff that made a kind of hint at Halloween. There was no costumes, and this is why more people are shopping online than going to the high streets, because they cannot get what they want in the high streets. Now, I'm going to challenge the range. Before you end up going like, what was that other shop? That really big, well, like Woolworths, and like, I can't remember what the other one was called. Began with W, that went bankrupt. Wilkinson's. They went bankrupt because they were doing exactly the same as the range are doing now. It doesn't work. You need to allow your consumer to have that time to buy stuff. I'm 2 months, like I said, I'm August and I'm already prepping for Halloween. But the Christmas stuff is coming out. That isn't. You should be providing your consumers with so much stock that they don't want to go anywhere else. And my go-to place now for party stuff, for crafty stuff, is actually Temu. And that is because you get a shed load of variety and you can buy it as far in advance as you want, okay? And it's there. So this is why the high street is failing, because the stores, head offices, have no idea how to provide correctly for a consumer. Now the range, directly to head office. Give me one of your failing stores that has got a really crap profit turnover, and I bet you bottom dollar I would turn that shop around and I would start making you a profit. It's very, very simple. If you have a correct algorithm, you don't have to be a genius to know what you should be providing. You don't have to be qualified this, that, the other to know what you should be providing for the consumers to create a profit. Because I bet now the range are seeing their profits falling. In fact, I've just looked it up, and they had a pre-tax loss ending January 25, and they found that it's widened from to 22.8 million loss from 18 million the year before. That is staggering. A company like that should not be having a loss. I know everything is going up. I understand that. However, rushing their seasons, you need to allow your shop to embrace seasons. Not just a week here and a week there. You need to embrace seasons and really, really go to town. Entice those consumers back to your shop. because the range in Llandudno, that only opened last year, and every time I go in there, it's filled with more shit and it's empty. And I can't see it lasting 10 years. I can't. And it's such a shame, because the range used to be a fabulous shop to be able to go in and buy anything you needed. Anything you needed. But yeah, bring back bloody Halloween. Come on, shops.
If Topshop didn't survive the pandemic, then how did Peacock survive? Like, I've never seen anyone in Peacocks. Same with Bon Marsh. Like, I'm convinced both of them are money laundering. Like, I don't even think my mum has anything from Bon Marsh or Peacocks. Next are these like dodgy phone shops which occupy like half the high street. They're everywhere. Like, I don't get why there are so many of these. Like, I genuinely think I've been to one like once in my life. Next up is Shoe Zone. Like, I've never had a pair of shoes from Shoe Zone, and like, I don't know anyone who has. And this overpriced place, like, I'm sorry, but I get all my cards from the Card Factory. I don't think I've ever been to Clinton's. I'm not paying £3 for a card. That's extortionate.
The British Retail Consortium has warned that if there are no changes to the business rate structure in the upcoming autumn budget, that the retail sector could be faced with up to 17,300 store closures over the next decade. Now, what's interesting about this figure is that historically, in the past 6 years, the retail sector has seen on average around 14,000 store closures a year, going back to 2018. So 17,300 closures over a decade doesn't seem like that much, but the fact is that business rates is a significant issue for the high street that does need to still be addressed.
And there's another one there, there's a couple more up here, and this is St Albans in the United Kingdom. And that's because many of the big brands such as Pret, Accessorize and all the other major high street shops, I mean even this is 50% sale, is taking over the UK high street because they're owned by big private equity firms who are able to pump a lot of money into the business and therefore fund debt, fund bad times. And because rents are increasing so much, many of these smaller brands just can't compete anymore. So unfortunately, you see a lot of shops, independent shops or smaller brands, closing on UK high streets, and they're simply replaced by big brands owned by private equity firms. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, follow for more.
What's happened to finding women's wear in high street stores? I went to the Trafford Centre last night with my friend Claire to find an outfit for the wedding of my daughter, and it was pants. I've never seen anything so dull. There's like nothing there. I know we're transitional, summer, moving into, you know, autumn at some point, but really, even the sale stuff's crap. Actually, the sale stuff is better online than in store, which makes you think, why bother with the stores in the first place? I don't know about you, but when it comes to clothes, especially for special occasion stuff, I want to be able to see it, I want to try it on, I want to see the fit, I want to see the fabric. That's not stuff you can do online. I like so few dresses. Loads of separates, but no dresses. Probably shocked about it, I'm going to be honest. You get stuck in that shopping loop of doom where you go online at 7 o'clock and you've had a long day, you might have a glass of wine in your hand. You think, right, I'm going to find this dress, if it's the last thing I do. And then you spend the next 3 hours trawling every single website, getting more and more frustrated, loading more into your basket, drinking more wine, get to checkout, you've now got £1,000 worth of stuff in your basket because you've ordered all the different sizes, all the different colours, because you don't know what suits you. And then it comes, and guess what? It still doesn't work. You've still not found anything. I know this because I've worked with brands for lots of years, try and help them to do something different. It amazes me how few fashion retailers put trained personal shoppers into their websites, their stores, to say, let me help you find an outfit that's going to be just right for you, for your budget, for your lifestyle, for what you're looking for your body shape, for your best colour. Why didn't they do that? In 2010, I went around every single fashion brand, e-commerce retailer, and said, you should do this. And they said, oh, nice idea, but it won't work. Anyway, because at that time there wasn't live shopping. Now we have live shopping. So here's a message to brands. If you want to convert browsers who have no confidence in what they're buying, don't know what they're looking for, into confident shoppers who come back and buy more from you, help them. Step in, to that screen as real people, not bots, real people, and give them their advice. You'll sell more often, and you'll keep happy customers.
Right, let's pop in Matalan and see what abominations we can find in here. You know we're going to find some. It's a house coat, but what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? I mean, I'm going to show you something. And it just shows you how fucking little companies think of you. Look at this. So they're charging £9.50 for that. And you might think that's a good deal. And then you see fucking that. Look at the state of that. I mean, look at that. If it's only been in a shop, but it's only been on a hanger in the shop, and it's already tatty as fuck. It's just a disgrace how they treat you. That is up for sale. Fuck off. And there's more. Look at the state of that. Tatty fucking shit. It's hanging off the hanger. And it's only been in the fucking store, and it's already a fucking mess. Imagine that going through your washing machine. Fuck off, seriously. And I know it's not the store's fault that people fucking try stuff on with fucking hanging makeup on all around the fucking selves. But seriously, if you try to sell something in a shop and you wonder why the fucking high street is falling apart, it's because you don't fucking look after your fucking section. Look at the state. It's just a fucking mess. Matalan, do better. And also, there's t-shirt after jumper that I've not even got a price on it. Like, look. How do you expect to sell anything if you don't even fucking bother to label it up? Fuck off. But yeah, yet more tatty, fucking shit, quality stuff that just on the fucking shelves because they don't give a shit.
Breaking news from Britain's high streets and even online stores aren't safe. In the past week, a wave of UK retailers have revealed they're in serious trouble. Bodycare, the health and beauty chain with almost 150 stores, is on the brink of collapse. 1,500 jobs could disappear unless a buyer steps in fast. Poundland only narrowly avoided the same fate after a High Court signed off a rescue plan. That deal means 68 stores will close, online sales will end, and hundreds of jobs will go. Without it, Poundland would have run out of money by the 7th of September. Online fashion hasn't escaped either. Boohoo, owner of Debenhams and Pretty Little Thing, posted losses of £264 million and may be forced to sell off PLT and shut its Burnley distribution centre, putting more than 1,200 jobs at risk. Meanwhile, Hobbycraft and River Island are cutting stores, with River Island alone closing 33 by early next year. Together, these stories reveal a retail crisis hitting both the high street and online shopping. Rising costs, falling sales, and changing habits are putting thousands of jobs on the line.
So some more shitty news really from the high street and the clothing store Quiz, who has announced it is in trouble and seeking buyers basically, or some for the lenders to look at refinancing them. But the huge fashion chain has announced the closure of a third of its stores across the UK, triggering potential hundreds of job losses. Like I say, it's another blow to the high street after New Look a couple of weeks ago also announced that they were seeking store closures as well. Now, Quiz is led by the founder and Ramzan family, has 60 stores across the UK and employs about 1,500 people. And now they are looking to restructure, and experts have been brought in by the company's chairman, Peter Cowgill, in an attempt to try and save the brand. Now, the chief executive, Sherez Ramzan, is understood to be eyeing up the worst performing stores to close. And pre-pack administration and a company voluntary arrangement have both been in talks. Now, the retailer is best known for its women's party fashion ranges, warned at the start of December that a significant reduction in revenue could see cash run out in the best part or the first part of this year. Now, Quiz has already called on advisors and said it expects additional funding will be needed in the first quarter of 2025 and warned of a going concern it might not be able to continue. The business has already gone through one restructure in 2020 and renegotiated its rents as lockdown really has, put a damage on retailers. Now, the company halved in value since the start of December, shortly before relisting from the stock market to try and save costs, and its value had shrunk to just 3.6 million. Now, advisors at Interpath are now trying to work on how to resolve the growing crisis at the firm. So this one is, like I say, alongside New Look, is another fashion retailer that is going to...
And the empty shops. Good grief. It's like a ghost town. Woolworth's gone, proper butchers gone, family businesses that served 3 generations, all boarded up or turned into betting shops and vape stores. What happened to the Britain I grew up in? You can't walk 10 paces without some chancer trying to flog you something or sign you up for something. It's harassment, plain and simple. Mark my words, if we don't do something about this rot, there'll be nothing left worth saving. Anyway, that's my tuppence worth for today. If you've had similar experiences, leave a comment below. Until next time, this is Blighty Blighted, keeping watch on what's left of old Britain.